everyone, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to do the 7 Deadly Sins chapter 147 and 148 review. Now the reason I'm doing these chapters together is because last week when I read the chapter there wasn't much to review because the entire chapter was mainly the chase between Garen and Jericho, Bam and Elaine. So I didn't really have much to talk about. But with that being said, I'm going to do the review of the two chapters combined this week. So basically in chapter 127, Jericho is underrun with Bam and Elaine. Garen gets his powers back and he starts destroying shit and blowing the town up. Because that's just what he does. With no consideration for the ones living there and no result in catching Jerry, which might I say she is very slow compared to Garen, but instead of chasing after her, he decides to blow shit up, whatever. So he decides to play a game of golf, let's say golf, and he's basically hitting large round boulders with his pole arm, and the boulders are traveling pretty fast, with enough speed that Jericho can't dodge them. But she just manages to dodge the first one because of luck. The second one, Garen put some effect into it and she can't dodge it, but she takes it head on. She manages to break the boulder, but she is very wounded. With the third boulder, Garen manages to blow them off the top of a mountain and they fall into the ravine below, and apparently they don't die because Elaine uses some sort of air magic to cushion their fall, and they get lucky enough that there's a cave near the place where they fallen, and they go into the cave to hide from Garen. Now inside the cave they found a door, a wooden door that has an open sign on it, and also it says painted on the door, "My sweet gluttony." So they go for this door and they found an old man sitting at a bar, and apparently this is a bar named Gluttony or something like that. And that's basically the chapter. So you can see that I did it under 2 minutes review this chapter, and that's why I didn't want to do it last week because it didn't have anything going for it. However, if we stay and analyze the last part of the chapter when they enter the bar, we can see symbols that are pointing towards Merlin, because we all know Merlin is the scene of gluttony and the bar's name is Sweet Gluttony. So whoever this guy is might be an employee of Merlin, or maybe a friend, or maybe a lover. But if we look behind him, we see a spear next to a statuette for an angel with the head that looks like Merlin. At least to me it does. So basically that's the chapter. I'm going into chapter 148 now. Okay, so in this chapter we get to find out that Bam actually knows the barkeeper. We don't get to see from where he knows him because they are in a hurry, and the barkeeper hides them in the food storage behind him, behind the bar. Now Garen and the female demon, I kept forgetting her name, they make it into the bar and they sense the others are being hidden inside the food storage, but they decide to play games. They get drunk, they drink the beverage from the bar. Now the barkeep tells them that this is one of the best beers in all of Britannia, and they compliment him, saying that they will let him live after they finish exterminating Britannia because of this ale. And they keep playing games, they take their time, sort of like a cat does with a mouse, because they know Bam and the others are trapped, they cannot escape, so might just well have a good time. However, they didn't count on this barkeeper being that powerful, because Garen tells the barkeeper to play a game. He will hit Garen once, then Garen will hit him once, and then again, and then again. The process repeats, and the first one that falls loses, and if Garen loses, he will let the others live. If he loses, well, he kills them all. Then the barkeeper decides to play. Garen pats him on the back and apparently knocks him out. And now they are waiting for the bartender to wake up so they can play the game. And while they are waiting, Garen sees the axe, which I thought it was a polearm, in the chapters before the previous chapter, but apparently it's not a polearm, it is a hand axe. And Garen takes the axe with two hands and he can't even lift it. Apparently it is a hand axe, and we see the bartender getting up and he's a lot more muscular and looks a lot more terrifying than before. And he simply just takes the axe from Garen's hands. Now the axe name is the Holy Axe Rita, and it was named after a maiden that was loved by the sun. And apparently the bartender is Escanor, the lion's sin, the lion's pride sin. And he says he is the pinnacle of human evolution, because Garen tells him he's not a human, and he counters Garen and says, yes, I am a human, but I'm the pinnacle of human evolution. So now we get to see the last of the 7 deadly sins into action. And because Meliodas said that Escanor can even be stronger than him, I think Garen and the Lady Demon, they will get their ass whooped right here, right now. So those are the chapters. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.